Hey, welcome to Kingdom Chats. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Kyra.
And together we have the great joy of being the young families pastors here at Winepress Church, leading the amazing community, which is Kingdom Families, and hosting this podcast, where together we are exploring practical ways to live out His kingdom in our everyday lives.
That's it. And each episode is designed as a conversation starter.
Yeah.
So we're going to unpack the word together, hopefully to spark conversations in your world, because that's where the real value is, when you can actually explore it with your spouse, your kids, and your community group.
That's exactly right. So every week, along with the episode, we release discussion questions specifically designed to discuss with your spouse, your kids, and your community group. You can find them every week at winepress.org.au/Kingdom Chats. That's winepress.org.au/Kingdom Chats. So bookmark it, put it on your home screen, print it on your wall, do whatever you got to do. Go there every week to explore those questions together, and together let's see His kingdom come on earth as in heaven. Let's dive in. Hey, Kyra.
Hello, Caleb.
Welcome back to another Kingdom Chat.
Excellent. Great to be here.
It is good to be here. And we are up to our
second
core value, which, if you're following along, pause it now. What is our second core value?
What could it be? Drum roll.
Yeah. It's like we're back in one of Rowan's quizzes.
Yeah.
It is, we are
compelled for the one.
We are compelled for the one. So we're going to explore this month, just over these two Kingdom Chats, what it looks like to be compelled for the one.
Yeah.
And this episode lines up really nicely because this is coming out as we are doing our first ever Kingdom Week in
Hooray!
Com groups. So hopefully in your Com group, you have either just done or are preparing to go and do your first Kingdom Week, where you actually go out and practically do something to tangibly
extend the kingdom.
Extend the kingdom.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to say that. To practically extend the kingdom and to be compelled for the one.
Yeah.
So that is really exciting. We're excited to hear all the reports of what happens in that. But let's chat about being compelled for the one.
Yeah.
What does it mean? How do we do it?
Yes.
How do we grow in it?
Good question. You preached a great sermon about it not that long ago.
Why, thank you very much, Kyra. I'll pay you later.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll take it.
I did preach a sermon about this not long ago. And so some of what we're going to cover today is similar stuff to what we talked about in the sermon. It flows out of that. Some of it is also stuff that we have talked a little bit about in some of our very early Kingdom Chats, where we just had a few of our families sort of tracking with that at the start. So some of it flows out of all that, but we're building on that because we're building this heart level culture of being compelled by the one, which it's not just a discipline that we do. It's something that it changes us in here. Does that make sense? And I think that's the key. We don't want to talk about being compelled for the one as like, you need to do more. You need to do this thing. Be compelled for the one. Reach more people. You're not good enough. It's like, let Jesus change us on the inside until we are compelled, and we can't not do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we could try and crack the whip over you, or you could try and crack the whip over yourself and do more and do more and do more. But that just won't sustain. And it won't really work. But if you let Jesus change you from the inside out, when He gets a hold of you in a new way on the inside and changes the essence of what's in your spirit, it's like you won't be able to help yourself. But be compelled.
That's right.
For the one. So
yeah,
that's good. So we're going to do a little bit similar to what we did in the last value. This week we're going to talk more about that heart level attitude, that what He's done in your heart to make us compelled for the one. Next fortnight, in the second one, we're going to talk a bit more about the lifestyle practically of living that out, being compelled for the one.
That's good.
Let's
dive in.
Let's dive in. So should we read this scripture? This is in Matthew chapter 9 verses 35 to 38. I did reference this scripture when I preached. It is a great passage where Jesus talks about being compelled for the one. Basically, He looks at the crowds and how it hits Him and shapes His heart. So this is Matthew chapter 9 verse 35 to 38. Would you like to read that for us, Kyra?
Can do. So it says, "And Jesus went throughout all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom."
Wait, what was He proclaiming?
The gospel of the kingdom.
The kingdom. So that's significant. He is going around taking the kingdom, which is what we're all about. We haven't got to that value yet, but we know that.
And healing every disease and every affliction. When He saw the crowds, He had compassion for them, because they were harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the labourers are few. Therefore pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out labourers into his harvest."
That's so good. There is so much to unpack
yes,
in this.
we did quite a long series on this. Earlier Kingdom Chat. So,
but this is Jesus looking out at the crowd, at the lost, at the ones.
That's right.
And firstly, how it hits his heart, and then his response to that. So it says there, again, our English translation, that he saw the crowds, he saw the ones, all the lost, the sheep without a shepherd, and he had compassion for them.
Yeah.
Now, I referenced this when I preached a couple of weeks ago, so maybe you remember it. If you do, big kudos to you.
Kudos to you,
We're about to test out Kyra.
Yeah.
Just on live stream in front of everyone.
Yep.
What is that Greek word that is translated compassion in our English Bibles?
I know it's kind of got a throaty sound to it, so splukizamai.
That's pretty good.
Thank
you. Do you want to go again?
Splukizamai.
Yeah.
I sounded a bit more like Donald Duck.
You didn't
quite get the throaty sound. A Donald Duck. Splukizamai.
Splukizamai.
Yes.
Yes, that's really good. So wherever you are right now, just say it out loud 3 or 4 times, like boldly. Like if you're sitting in your car, wherever you are, Splukizamai.
Yeah.
That is the word that describes Jesus' heart, what was in his soul when he saw the lost, when he saw the one.
So much more than just compassion.
Yeah. Do you remember what it means, literally? It's made up of 2 Greek words.
That's right.
And izomai.
Yeah. So, yearning and
so that's izomai.
Bowels.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good job, you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Gold star.
I do listen to you, babe. I do listen to you.
Well, that's news. Anyway, we'll explore that more later. Splukizamai literally means to have your bowels yearn.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, we've all felt that before. We've all felt our bowels yearn at a time or another. Sometimes at very inopportune moments, your bowels yearn. But it's similar. It's not the same, but it's a similar concept to how we would have words in English like heartbroken.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
We know if you say heartbroken, it means
like deep
sadness. It means really sad. We're not actually saying, your aortic valve has stopped functioning.
Yeah. Oh dear.
The heart represents the seat of the emotions.
Yes.
The depths of your soul. Splanken, their bowels, was the same concept. It's like an inner organ that represents your inner self. It represents your soul. And so it's like his soul yearns. It's like that inner sense of you just yearns for them. Jesus saw the crowds. It says he saw the ones, the lost, and he wasn't just sad, but it was like his soul, his inner self was yearning with this deep moving sense. Now, it's not just sadness as well. It's not just a sense of, you're really, really sad. It's actually a yearning with the sense that you can't not act.
Yes.
And when I preach, we talked about this, the difference between compassion and being compelled. Compulsion.
Yeah.
That compassion, you might feel really deeply for something, but what Jesus had was deeper than just a really sad feeling.
Yeah.
It was a compulsion, like, I need to do something.
Yeah.
I need to.
It's a feeling that brought forth an action.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. It's splukizamai, when you read through commentaries and dictionaries, like explaining this, it's a deep word that's like, I have to act. I have to do something about this. It's like, this moves me so deeply, I can't sit still.
Yeah.
And I suspect every one of us has at one time or another felt an element of that something hits you. And try and even now think about this, in the reflection questions, we might reflect on this a bit as a group, but think about times in your life where something has hit you so deeply that you're like,
I must do something.
Yeah, I can't just watch that. I need to actually act.
Yeah.
I need to move. That's the feeling that Jesus has towards the lost, the sheep without a shepherd. And as we've talked about before, he is the good shepherd. It hits him super deep because he's like, they're sheep without a shepherd and I'm called to be their shepherd. He wants to see them found. So I think that splukizamai, I would love that to be a word that becomes a common phrase at Winepress. Do you know what I mean? That we use, I'm not saying in everyday language all the time, but that we use because that reflects our heart, because that is the heartbeat that underlies being compelled for the one.
Yeah, that's right.
Being compelled for the one, because remember, being compelled, it's about action. It's not just a feeling. It's not just feeling sad, but it's about action. That has to flow from something that Jesus has done in our hearts.
Yes.
From splendidizomai being brought alive in our spirits, in our souls, that leads to action.
Yeah.
Being compelled for the one is not like you need to do more. You've got to go and reach these people. You should be doing more evangelism, doing more outreach.
Yeah.
It's not a whip cracking sense, because that will not work.
Yeah.
It's got to be something that Jesus does in your heart.
Yeah.
And that then it flows out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? The difference there?
Yeah.
And so for this first week of us looking at being compelled for the one, I want us to explore that more and really, as comm groups, actually explore it together and say, Jesus, I want you to build that sense in my heart. I want you to do a work in my spirit so that I'm compelled for the one.
Yeah.
I don't want to just, grit my teeth and be more compelled for the one and do more things. And there's times where we've just got to say, I just need to step outside my comfort zone and just do it. You know? I'm not saying that. But it has to flow from something he does inside us.
And I'd almost say, just as you said that, there are times when we have to push outside and go beyond our comfort zone to experience the joy of
that's good.
Of seeing fruit. I think there is real joy in seeing fruit. So when you step out and I journeyed with a friend for a long time, and I would constantly be sort of, inviting her to things or bringing her on the journey or sharing my faith with her. And, it could often push me outside of my comfort zone, but there was real fruit there. She eventually had a moment with Jesus, gave her life to the Lord. There is real joy in seeing the fruit. And when you see the fruit, you're encouraged to do more, to see more fruit.
That's right.
So there's a sense where stepping out of your comfort zone is...
That's part of how he can change you from the inside out. Yeah. We're not saying just sit at home and sit at home and do nothing until you feel it. But it's not just a whip cracking thing.
No.
It changes you on the inside, that it can't help but come out. And like you said, often the more you do it, the more it...
Yeah, and you have to be willing to be moved by God. You have to be willing to obey, regardless of how whether you're comfortable or not.
That's really good.
So that's probably a first step, is to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
I like that.
And so that God can actually use you, speak to you, and know that you'll obey.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
we'll finish this one up in a minute, but I just want to, for the last little bit, just sort of reflect on, we're talking about him building something in us, and it's not just a feeling, this splotnismai, but what do we do to build that up, to increase it? Do you know what I mean? What do we do to build up that space where the Holy Spirit is working in us? Hello, Zari, how did you sneak in? Hello, say hello. I interrupted. You interrupted, yeah.
You say bye.
We just had a little divine interruption. Zari poking her head
Carry on.
But what can we do to build that spontaneous in us? Because we don't want it to be like, you just need to feel it more, Like we talked a few Kingdom chats ago about joy, and it's like, rather than just saying, choose joy, be more joyful, it's like, think of joy as the outflow in your garden. And it's like, what do you need to plant in your life in order to produce the fruit of joy?
Splagizomai.
Yeah. What do we need to plant and do in our lives to produce the fruit and the outflow of splagizomai, and letting that change us on the inside? So I think one that you said just now, which is great, is get comfortable being uncomfortable. Yeah. Actually step outside your comfort zone. Have a crack, because that will build that on the inside, and the joy of actually seeing people's lives changed. Yeah. It's exciting. Something comes alive in you. Yeah. When you see that. What's another one or two, just really quickly to finish off?
I think there's something about the deep revelation of God's love and his grace and his mercy and his forgiveness. And when you have those revelations of God, really changing your life, you actually you can't help but be compelled to share that with others. I think of my grandfather's life, and he was first generation Christian. So he saw his dad changed by God, then he himself became a Christian, experienced the life-changing power of God. And so for the rest of his life, he could not shut up about how good God is and the impact that, literally, that God makes on his life. So if you don't have a personal, regardless of whether you have grown up in church or have been, saved later in life, God He's revealing stuff to you. He is changing you. He's transforming you. His grace has been poured out on you. His love has been changing you. Yeah. So the deeper your revelation of God and his goodness, the more inclined I think that we will be compelled for others to experience the same love of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really good. I reckon we're just going to leave it on that. What do you think on that?
Yeah.
That is good stuff. Reflect on that in your homes, with your families, with your kids, with your community groups, and let's let him just build Splunk Needs to Buy in and through us. Be blessed.